What's going on, everybody? Today's video, I got a new product on the bench I'm pretty excited about. Shooterlube. Shooterlube, I'm sorry. I always want to say Shooterlube. Shooterlube. I've been seeing this all over Instagram, Facebook, and I'm pretty intrigued. I like trying new products. The last product that I found was called Breakthrough. They have amazing products. My only beef with theirs is their cleaner really wasn't that good. But before that, I was using Hoppies like everybody else, and then I evolved to Ballistol. But I could not get past the smell of Ballistol. Ballistol is just horrible smelling. So I use that for the tractor and lube and knives and stuff like that. I tried the Frog Lube. Horrible failure with Frog Lube. Frog Lube gummed up my 1911 where the slide wouldn't even cycle. So Frog Lube was out. And then I went to Breakthrough. Breakthrough was really good. But like I said, their cleaner wasn't that good. So I've been seeing this Shooterlube around. And I reached out to the company to get some, to do a review on. I didn't really have much of a response, so I was figuring, all right, you know what, maybe they just don't want to be bothered, whatever. I'm not big enough of a channel. Anyway, however, I did order it, and I didn't receive it for like a month. And this is a pretty interesting story. I didn't receive it for like a month, so I just chalked it up. We're like, all right, well, maybe it just didn't go through. So I checked my bank account. There was no deduction for it. So about a month and 2 weeks went by. They sent me an email saying that I ordered from an affiliate site that wasn't linked to their new software. They were really sorry about it, so they were doubling my order and making it the bigger size. So I got 2 of the big bottles of cleaner, 2 of the bottles of oil, and obviously it was free of charge. So kudos to Shooterlube, customer service. I didn't even have to deal with them. I just thought that the order was canceled. But we're gonna hop down the bench. I got my Glock 43 here. It's not super dirty, but the reason why I want to use this because it has the silver barrel, so you'll be able to see the carbon. We'll be able to see if it comes off really easy or not. The only gun I've tried this on so far was my P07. It worked pretty good, but it was just a quick little cleaning. But we're going to do this in real time down on the bench, and we'll actually see how good it is. So we're going to hop down on the bench, and we're going to clean this Glock 43. All right, so we're down on the bench with the 43 and Shooterlube. This is a stage 1. This is a military grade product. I love when they use that military grade stuff, but it's veteran owned. It's made here in the USA. It's non-toxic, biodegradable. It has no scent to it, which I like. So this is the stage 1. This will be your cleaner. And then you're going to have stage 2. This is your oil. This is what's going to protect it and lubricate it. Same thing, eco-friendly, biodegradable, no smell. You get it sent to you. You get the stage 1 right here. And then they send you this spray applicator that goes in it. That's my backup. That's my spare set. Then the oil, you get the applicator for the oil. So I've already got one already queued up here and ready to go. But first things first, we're going to make safe on the 43. If you guys haven't seen the video on this, I'll leave a card up top for you guys to check it out. This is the baby gazpacho build I did on Glock 43. But let's make sure it's clear. Loaded mag, nobody freak out. There's nothing in the chamber. All right, so we're going to take this down quick. Or as quick as I can do it on camera. I know a Glock doesn't take long to take down. All right, so we'll put that right there. Now this is what I want to get down to, guys. I want to get down to the barrel. This is what I want you guys to see. Now I always have a habit of wiping this off with my finger, so the feed ramp's not terrible. But there's a lot of black carbon on top that you guys can see there. And what I'm going to do right now before we do anything else is we're going to spray this down quick. So I'll start spraying this down quick. Get some of this going on there. Now just by my initial impressions, you could almost see the carbon's already loosening up on there, but we're going to see how easily it comes off. Let me get my dirty rag here. But we're going to let that sit a minute, like I said. This is a stage 1. This is what you're going to apply first. My slide isn't terribly dirty, so I'm not going to bother with that. It's got a little bit on there. Maybe we'll give it a quick spritz across the top there. We'll let that sit. Let's take a look here. There's a lot of carbon on the inside of this. We'll spray this down as well. All right, now what we're going to do immediately on this is I'm going to start wiping this frame down. Let's pick a nice clean spot on the rag. see what we pick up for any kind of carbon or fouling. And it looks like it's taking it off pretty good. So far, so good, guys. So it's looking pretty good. Like I said, I've only used this briefly on my PO7, just a quick little test late at night, and it was okay. I didn't do like a thorough cleaning. All right, so that looks all right. Let's go over to the slide here. We'll wipe this off. That's looking pretty good, guys. That's looking a lot cleaner than it was. Now also we got to hit the face where the firing pin is. Right in here where the firing pin goes. I'm going to give that a quick splash. Not going to let it sit. I'm going to wipe this off and see what we got. Wow. Pretty amazed there, guys. That looks pretty darn clean right there. I didn't have to scrub it with a brush. All right, now the moment we've been waiting for. I'm just going to wipe this off. Let's see what we get here. Before I even take a brush to it or reapply. Feed ramp looks good. Let's see this corner here where that fouling was. All right, it's not wiping off completely. There's still fouling there. See that there in this corner? There's some up top there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this again. I'm going to take my my plastic brush here and I'm going to brush it. Not hard, not crazy, but we're going to give it a quick little brush. Okay, that section came right out. There's a little bit on the top here that I have to get with my nail, but that seems to be coming off as well. Not a whole lot of scrubbing, not a whole lot of effort, guys, and that came out pretty good. I'm going to give it another quick little spritz. It's not bothering my hands. It's not irritating my hands. There's no smell to it. All right, so I'm going to wipe this off as best I can. Now I want you guys to take a look. That looks pretty darn clean. All the carbon's gone. All the fouling's gone off of it. So now we'll get this dried off. We're going to go to stage 2 here, and that's the oil. So we're going to take our stage 2, the oil. I'm just going to throw some on the friction points there. Not a lot. And then I'm going to take my finger and just lube up some of these friction points. Take a little more back here for the back 2. Extractor. The rear rails there. All right, so I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go to our slide. Let me just dry this off good with the better rag here. I'm not going to put any oil inside the rails here because I put them on the friction points there. So when I put it back together, that should pick it up on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our barrel. We're going to install our barrel back in here. We're going to install our guide rod. And then we're going to put it back together. Now, as you can see in there, nice and clean. Slide's nice. Slide feels great. We got ourselves a clean firearm. So yeah, guys, I mean, this wasn't a great cleaning of it, but it did have a lot of carbon on it. This gun's been sitting for a long time because I've been running the PO7, and this gun took a back seat. So whatever was left in it, that carbon was on there for a while, and I think it worked pretty good. It definitely worked better than the Breakthrough spray. So they got something going on in this spray that's better than the Breakthrough. But we're going to hop out for some final thoughts. All right, guys, so some final thoughts on Shooterlube. I think it's pretty good so far, but time will tell, guys. I have to run it. I have to see how it does in the cold weather. I don't think it's going to be an issue because it's an oil versus a frog lube was like a paste, and that thing gummed up. I don't foresee an issue, but down the road, I'll definitely let you guys know how this is holding up. And, I'm going to be using it in all my firearms, so I'll definitely do a video on this on how the Shooterlube's holding up. Like I said, I dig it. I think it's great stuff so far. If you have to use a nylon brush, don't be afraid, guys. At least you don't have to go after it with a wire brush like I've done with Ballistol and Hoppies and some of the other cleaners out there. And that's been sitting for a while. You saw how nice the spray comes out. So that cleaner should last a long time. It's a fairly large bottle. Oil is going to go a long way because you don't use a lot of it. So I think it's going to be a win-win, guys. You know, hopefully this turns out to be my go-to product. All right, guys, any questions or comments on the Shooterlube? Leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Stay tuned. I got a video coming up on Hackett equipment range bags that got sent to me. I'm going to give them one away in a giveaway. So stay tuned for that video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.